Yo, what's going down? This is your boy Dub FX. I am doing a show called Hook, Line, and Thinker with DJ D Phoenix on Neo Retro FM, so tune into that.
Most expensive properties are actually next to graveyards, say in China and Hong Kong, because they believe.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. In their culture, especially Eastern, say Indian and China,
Okay.
not so much in some Japanese, but to them it's normal to like the Shaolin and to be at one, and the spirit and the soul and the passing on and stuff. To them it's normal, and to them it's not something spooky or you're weird or whatever.
Right.
And some of my family who are part Chinese had seen ghosts, and one could hear, or spirits, and one could see them, but to them it was just normal. Yeah.
Wow.
Or you feel things like I have premonitions.
Okay. Now, you were born in Nigeria, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But, so if you don't mind me asking, you kind of just referred to it, the family roots. What do you have in your lineage as far as...
Okay, so my mother was born in Hong Kong. Her ancestors from Macau, which is the Portuguese colony that Vasco da Gama colonized and did a deal with the Chinese. And created the Silk Road, because at the time Portugal had, were the greatest naval fleet in the world. So they, no one else has had much luck after. But Macau is a small island, so it's Portuguese colony. So over the years, obviously, the mixture of Portuguese, those Macanese. But my mother was actually born in Hong Kong and grew up there. My father was English, and then he went out there to work and met my mum, and then they worked for a company and got posted to Nigeria, Lagos.
Lagos.
Sadly,
Wow.
then a couple of few years later, there was the Biafra War, which sadly was one of the most brutal, destructive civil war there, and so it literally was apocalypse. Now we had to run to the airport and get out of there and go to but my father's surname, weirdly, we've traced back to a Viking king.
What a myth.
Yeah, which is really bizarre. So,
wow. That's amazing.
I know recently, like a lot of they've actually found Viking, archaeology sites all over America and Canada. So that they actually, were, traveled a lot farther and a lot earlier than a lot of people believe.
But as time goes on, though, I don't know about anywhere else, but we're rewriting history over here. Because we don't like what happened in the past. And
yes,
but something though that you just said is what made me think of that. It's amazing how much of history was either deleted or held back or just not even covered up, just forgotten almost.
Yeah, or not reported.
Right, and then that.
Yeah, or or witnesses or translators vanish or disappear.
Which is really sad when you start
really sad
about it.
Yeah.
And I hope that from this point on,
you have to bear witness.
You do.
You have to bear witness, and you have to record the truth and speak and write and sing and perform your truth, and it's so important. It can't be erased. It's not children, otherwise we'd be in, the Orwellian, where there's no past, and that's like, hang on.
I know.
You're crazy. Right. You don't know what you're talking about.
Doing all right. Are we the only two? No, there's another person in here.
There's somebody in there.
Is
there somebody out there?
There's somebody in there.
Is there anybody listening?
Is there anybody out there?
That's my favorite song by the Scorpions.
By the Scorpions?
Yeah. Is there anybody there?
Oh. I can think of, is there anybody out there, Pink Floyd, or is there anybody there, Yaz? Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I was playing with my pork, and so I was a little bit late.
Playing with your pork.
Yeah, it's right over here.
But in what form?
It's a shoulder.
Nice. So you're having shoulder this evening. Wow.
Well, we'll have pulled pork later, maybe.
Oh, okay. That's what it goes towards. I see. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's a butt. It's a shoulder or a butt.
That's what makes up pulled pork.
That's usually pulled pork is cooked from. Yeah.
That must be the reason why I don't like pulled pork then. I'll bet that's what it is.
That is because it's a shoulder or a butt.
Because I
Here's another interesting story that's in the news.
Yeah, the rock cat.
In the news,
The rock cat
and
twerk
rolling.
part tap.
The factor. Something factor.
Factor.
The Patriot factor.
Gretchen's trying to read it backwards too. That's hilarious.
That's backwards?
The
Yeah.
Patriot factor.
He just got it.
Rock cat.
Wait a minute.
This is
See, it's backwards, senor.
no matter how far back you roll your chair, it's still backwards.
I see what you see.
Do you? Well, then you see it backwards too.
No, it's not
Magical.
It's not magical.
It's not backwards.
Okay.
Now it's backwards.
No, you're upside down. Oh my gosh, this is whatever.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, I like your pictures. How's that? Yeah, how's that slideshow going?
Which slideshow?
The one behind you.
Yeah, what's that latest one? That's cool.
That's him in Afghanistan or Iraq.
That was in Iraq at a special force.
Wait. Oh, you were in Iraq?
Yeah.
Can you pull it up, Darren? I can't see.
Actually, it's all him. There you go. Can you see that?
No, I mean, can you enlarge it?
No, that's as big as.
Oh, there you go. Wow, that's you. Wow.
That's me. That's posing for Captain Morgan.
Yeah, I see it.
No, seriously, it is.
The boots. Yeah, were you on a recon? I can see it. Yeah.
It really is.
Learning photography. I want video. I need to put video, not camera. Video.
That.
Oh, did you ever see the one on China's weird moon discovery?
Why do they keep going back to this one? What do you think?
I know I would. I mean, it's like my position is basically I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe any of the stuff, but I'm really scared of it.
Right. No, I'm with you. Actually, where we live, we are right in the heart of Sasquatch territory.
Right.
Because we're in Washington State. The county that we're in even is bordered by other counties that have some of the highest sighting totals in the country or around the world. So, and we pretty much living here, we kind of grew up with that whole like legend and lore and all that.
Yeah.
And we've gone out a couple of times ourselves as a podcast to go see if we couldn't find anything during the daytime, but we didn't. So
we did not. We found some weird stuff, but it was not.
We did find some weird stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you didn't find a Sasquatch then?
We have not. Now the interesting part though is that the dog.
I am surprised.
You're not surprised? If we ever do, I'll send you some blurry photos.
Yeah.
So you'll know that we did actually see
that you faked.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why I wanted to ask about the Wolfman thing because of the fact that
we've got. They're going to be so disappointed once they discover my channel or my music, and they're like, "Oh my God, man! I only have like a year left to listen to Dizzy Scribbles."
And they could have been listening this entire time.
What's that?
They could have been listening this entire time.
They could have been listening this entire time, exactly.
Right, because your career has morphed.
It's morphed, yes.
Yeah, in some pretty cool ways, but
and you had a lot to do with that.
I don't know why.
Well, yeah, I mean, you kind of did and didn't. Like, no, you did, but like, I guess my talent speaks for itself. But Vern, we wouldn't have gotten together. And that to me is one of the most important times of my life.
Isn't that weird? Until you just said that, that didn't even dawn on. And that's strange though, because you guys were both part of the same social or music circles.
Kind of, yeah, we were. Yeah.
So the fact that you hadn't collaborated prior to that is kind of wild.
Well, we did once in high school for a minute.
Did? Okay.
Yeah. He remembered too. I remember that.
But even still, though, that's a good 10 years or more since high school ended for you guys.
Oh yeah, at least yeah. Like I didn't talk to him at all after that. Like maybe a hello or a head nod or something, but we never like really socialized with each other. And then we both felt like how we were like, oh man, we could have been hanging out with each other all this whole time,
Yeah.
And, so it was the same way, same thing, just.
Yeah. Well, and for me, like when he kind of resurfaced, and I think it was shortly after he'd gotten back from overseas, maybe I could be wrong. But, yeah, and it was when I was up at Free Radio Olympia, and right around the time that Mikey passed,
right?
And him coming back in, through the midst of all that, and being a guest on the show up there. And I was thinking about this the other day. There's some lost footage out there somewhere in cyberspace, and I have no idea where it's at.
Of you and Vern talking?
Of a lot of stuff associated with the Groove Zone. Yeah, like old shows. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't remember where I put them, where I tucked them away at. So
were they on a hard drive?
Yeah, but on a computer thrown, gotten rid of a long time ago though.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, it took me probably 10 computers in my life for me to realize how to take the hard drives out.
And up next to me, Hiro Protagonist. Is that Dave? Dave, how are you?
I'm well.
Good. I'm really glad that you reached out the other day. Thank you.
Sounds like fun.
I think we're gonna have a blast. And Celeste and Flora.
Hi there.
Hi.
We're casting from way up in the foothills of the North Cascades today, and we're happy to be here. Thank you for inviting us.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So like what area up there, if you don't mind? You don't have to give us an address, but
Concrete.
Okay.
It's the middle of nowhere, exactly as it sounds. It's very pretty.
I was gonna say you guys have got to be in the middle of something up there.
Oh, there's all sorts of fun things happening up here all the time. Yep.
Cool. Well, I hope you're in the mode to share some of that with us.
Absolutely.
Awesome. DJ Pardee.
Hey,
How are you?
not bad. How are you?
Not too bad. We got
Good.
ourselves some new panelists.
I see that. That's great.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. I'll tell you, even if nobody else shows but just us so far this evening, I'm totally good with that. So
Right?
yeah, thank you guys. And then of course DJ Fury, Stormy.
Hello. I'm trying
Hello.
to fix my background and I'm not there.
Um,
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Welcome to the new what's
New
the word
page.
I'm looking for? It's the
The
new edition.
The reboot. The
Yes.
reboot. Yeah. Something like that. Not a rehash, but like rebooted. Reboot 25. I don't know.
Refreshed.
So we're right at the beginning of the reboot then. That's great.
Yes.
Yep,
Absolutely.
So Dave and Celeste and Flora, and of course Pardee and Stormy, thank you very much. I say, even though there's more people that are supposed to be bouncing in, I say we get started. What do you say?
Agreed.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll catch them up.
Okay.
So now let me make sure too. Dave, are you going by, is it Hiro or Hiro?
Hiro.
And that's what you want to go by, yeah? Totally up to you.
I'm kind of ambivalent towards it. I thought it was a clever pun.
I liked it. I actually like it. Yeah.
I do like it too. But you are allowed to change your mind. Like we'll say one or two times beyond.
Yeah. Make it all fun.
I've tried on some names.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Same here. We all have.
Hiro Protagonist is the name of one of my favorite characters from a book. So.
And which book would that be?
Why am I drawing a complete blank right now? I can see the cover of the book.
You scared the thought by asking it directly.
Oh yeah, as soon as the spotlight's on you, it's like
Darren has this tendency too. As soon as he asks you a question, what was the name of it?
Snow Crash.
Yeah, Snow Crash by Neil Stevenson.
Okay.
It's a nerdy cyberpunk kind of thing.
Those are some of the best.
Yeah.
Cool.
I agree.
So I'll tell you what, let's do this. I'll do a quick lead in and then we'll just get right underway. So, and I think what I want to do, we do have videos, believe it or not, that I've got organized hopefully well enough that it won't take us forever downloading them and getting them ready to show. But I want to take tonight, at least the first session, to kind of let you guys introduce yourselves to the audience. And so in doing that, let's just do like a little bit of convo with each of you guys and just kind of get to know you a little bit. You guys get to basically create the characters that you are and that you become on here, pretty much. It's like if you didn't get a chance to see, we've been doing this for 5 years. I never wanted a podcast, never even thought about it. And because of one of my interviews, because that's one of the other things that I do, one of my interviews with the Australian recording artist, and it turned into this, and he's been back to the show a couple of times since. So anyway, it'll all explain itself here soon. I don't like the sound of my own voice, so let me jump right over that. You're
a DJ, but you don't like the sound of your own voice.
I was a nightclub DJ. Nightclub DJ. And for those of you that are just now tuning in for the first time, now you know. So I never said I was infallible. So okay, so we got to see a Bigfoot one. I kind of want to hold off on some of these though until the rest of the crew is with us. So you tell me, let me tell you what subjects we have to go over, and then I'll let you pick one. Bigfoot. Okay, so there's Bigfoot, depopulation, which is also Gates, Dogman, part of a GMOs, the food chain, mermaids, or UFOs.
I say UFOs.
Really? Okay. Well, then what we want to do, we want to actually watch the one that you showed or that you sent over first. And you said this was in Thailand?
I think so.
Okay. So
if I very, very quickly made a sloppy interpretation of the text at the bottom, I think it's in Thailand.
Okay, so here we go, guys. What is that?
I feel like if you were going to use AI, you would do it more, right?
It looks like
and it looks fairly real.
It does, whatever it is. It looks like a
The
microphone.
reflections are making sense. Okay, so what we're looking at is like this sort of egg or small cylinder type shaped thing in the top of a cloud that's like gray, looks like it's metal with sort of a light at the top, or something shiny at the top reflecting.
It reminds
it's
me
just
of
sitting there.
It reminds me of a microphone. And yeah, it's just sitting above the clouds. Actually, the still shot that we're looking at right now almost looks like a robot peeking out of the clouds.
Or a satellite. Like, if they can put them in low Earth orbit,
Right.
why can't they figure out just how to put them in the air?
Well, and I think like
there's drones.
Right. Well, I think. Oops. Wait. Stop.
Stop.
Now, there we go. Okay. Good grief. There we go. Okay. Now we're back to the UFO. They've said that the percentage is extremely high of anything that is seen anymore, more than likely being ours. And I think it's like 75 to 95%. But it's that other percentage, though, that I think that people need to be concerned, or people are concerned, because there's some that you can tell is just basically reverse technology.
Huh. Well, and how many people look up?
Not that many.
Not that many people, especially the ones that are so just trying to get through surviving life.
Right. Are you? Okay, good.
Ooh.
She's recording. That's for in a moment. Yeah. Normally on the show we've had some pretty good UFO footage in the past to be able to watch and review. We didn't get a chance to. We didn't really find that much tonight though, prior to the taping. So we've only got the two. The first one you saw, that was Fury's entry, and this is what I found. It's very short. It's only 10 seconds long. But ladies and gentlemen, UFO. Video. I love how she growls there for a second. So let's watch this again. Oh. Video. I love it when she growls. Now, this is my only beef with the clip that's only 10 seconds long. You don't see anything but this disc, and so you have no context to like put it against. There's no trees, there's no buildings, there's
It's clearly not quick.
no. It almost looks like it descends though at one point.
You know what it looks like to me?
What?
First of all, it doesn't look solid like metal. It looks more like rubber somehow.
Okay.
Or plastic of somehow, something flexible.
Yeah.
Right? And whatever's shooting out of it, and it's just floating along. What it looks like to me is a sophisticated science experiment.
Okay. And it could, you can't make heads or tails out of any of it, either according to what she's saying, and you can use any audio over any of these clips. It doesn't even have to be yeah. So the TikTok.
Well, and if I saw it from my backyard, it would freak me out.
Well, that's different though than watching it like on this scale on a video. that somebody else edited. You know, it's definitely not the same thing. Yeah, if that were to happen like above us right now, that'd definitely be, I'd have to tip the computer up so I could take shots of it from the underbelly. Okay, so we got through the UFO portion of the evening. And we can look for more videos before next week too. So, okay. So let's see, from UFO, we need to go back. And should we? Yes, we'll do that. Nope, not yet.
Not yet. Save that for last.
Right.
Okay, so they aren't the race. They're the original Fallen.
They're the ones that are trying to disrupt the whole plan.
Okay.
You know, the plan that, and so they're not the bloodline, like when you watch, you know, for the Holy Grail and all that stuff. Those bloodlines are completely different bloodlines. Those are what it's basically Satan has tried to throw into the stick in the spokes. And I think that they're minions of the Nephilim. They serve the Nephilim.
Well, then how does
them,
the,
you know,
how does the elite figure into that then?
The elite are the ones that are being used to. Okay, what happened with the Nephilim? They got basically shut away for a long time. So who's gonna handle affairs of their affairs while they're shut away, unable to roam until the last days?
Right.
That would be
underlings.
Their minions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. People that have sworn oath to them.
Oh, so you're
yes.
Okay, so you're talking human minions.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, human and whatever else the demons and spirits of the other realm, you know, have aided them in and assisted them and allowed them to get away with, you know, and a lot of it could be magic, you know, and Satanism, and it's all just a big plan to strengthen themselves up for up and coming battles that they're gonna need. They're gonna need all they can get. They better eat their Wheaties, but it ain't gonna do them no good.
Okay, so let me just ask something here. Say that a person's just tuning in for the first time or maybe second time on the show tonight, and listening to what you have to say. What if they were to say, well, what is your background? How is it that you can say what you say? What kind of personal experience do you have in the field?
The only experience I can offer up is I belong to a Bible study that the only way you're going to understand any
past occupation.
Oh, my past occupation?
Yeah.
Oh, I've done paranormal investigation very successfully for a number of years. I've been with the local Opus Olympia Paranormal Investigation Society. I'm a founder of that. I've been with TAPS, the Atlantic, you know, Jason and the Plumbers on TV, the very first Ghost Hunter show. I'm not a member of that crew, but a member of that organization down in Florida. And I just found, you know, as you live, you grow. You know, your mind grows. And the things that I've learned since I've started delving into paranormal and connecting it with biblical and UFO, how it's connected with demonology and all that, it's just I said, okay, man, I've seen enough that I want to get out of it, because trying to converse with the dead and trying to look them up, ain't no good gonna come of it.
Focus,
you know?
yeah. Funny,
even
can't quite see what's going on, just like all those other videos out there of supposed things that people have. It's got to look just like that. What's the like the famous Bigfoot video? Whoever shot that, you know, the famous.
Well, I think that was Roger Patterson that shot that, if I remember right.
Yeah, and the famous photo of the Loch Ness monster, that famous photo, right? The black and white one with the dinosaur.
Yeah,
that was on a toy boat, wasn't it?
Or was it on a branch? Or was it a branch?
I have no idea what the provenance of that photo is. I'll have to look. Those are the two most famous things I can think of that everybody has seen: the photo of the Loch Ness monster and that blurry video of Bigfoot. Those are the ones that come to me all the time. Yeah.
I don't know if it is or not, but I would honestly have to say that I wouldn't be surprised if that 30-second clip of Bigfoot walking along Bluff Creek, California, back in the late 60s is not possibly the most watched and best well-known video footage of anything in the history of the world. Most people know exactly what they're looking at, or at least what they're supposed to be seeing when they see that. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, seriously, I don't think there's any more.
And that was done with like actual tape. Sorry, D.
Well, no.
But that was done with like 8mm or 16mm film.
Something like that.
Not on, yeah, it would have been 8 or 6. It wouldn't have been 35, obviously. Yeah, it would have been, it might be 8mm. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into the provenance of the clip.
Fact
It's been
is,
a long time since I.
It's not digital. It's analog.
No.
Right.
Yeah, because it's.
For all those that don't, I don't know. Do the youngins, have they seen the video? Do you suppose?
Well, like I said, I think that it's some of the most well-known footage.
It's
whether
it's a super famous. It's like the Zapruder film for the Kennedy assassination. It's very famous.
Yeah,
everybody's seen it.
Right. As to what degree they believed it or researched it or whatever varies, but at least I think most people have at least seen it. Even in other countries, they've still seen it. You know. But there again, though, too, there's not really been a more controversial piece of footage ever, though, either. You know, what I was going to say a minute ago, though, technology finally caught up with photography, or the other way around, because they were finally able here within the last, year or two, to stabilize all the surrounding parts of the video so that you don't see the like shaking, and it just focuses with solely like steady background, the creature walking off into the woods. And it makes a big difference if you see that version of it as compared to the original.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Well, I guess I need to be finding us some video.
I believe, we watched it, I think, long ago on one of the sessions.
I think you're right.
I'm sure you have it somewhere. And it is. It's so iconic, and that when they did stabilize it and clean it up a bit.
And they didn't have to
what
add
always got me was that, who would have won? Like, I understand, like, there's the whole jackass team and type mentality, goofy kids doing stupid stuff out in the woods. I understand that. But
like everything from like reptilian to, and it is for entertainment purposes only, people.
Entertainment.
Right.
I have a list of them. Let me think if I can remember. Okay. But there's the Pleiadians, the reptilians. I took a picture. I don't think I can access it right now. I was going to write it down, but there's the Pleiadians, the what did I just say? The reptilians, the Andromedans, I think. There's like, there's the Greys, there's this, there's that, but they're also supposedly coming from different star systems. Right. And why wouldn't that make sense? What are we going to get visited by? We think there's just one civilization that has heard that there may be like intelligent life here. We are too arrogant to, we can't be that arrogant.
But why? Right? And the thing is, why should it be that big of a deal when we like things like Star Wars? It's like the universe.
Why can't everybody get along?
Right, but the universe would have to be full of all kinds of different things.
And I don't think all of them are going to look like us. That's ridiculous.
So are we thinking that every single species was then born out of some kind of alien species? Is that what we're thinking?
Here on Earth? Here on Earth?
I don't think
so. Here on Earth.
No, I think that every animal, every insect, every mammal, fish, and everything, birds, I believe that they were all created, by God at creation.
Yeah,
but at the same time, though, it's like it amazes me, and I don't like AI and TikTok for this, but it amazes me the amount of like absolutely horrendous creatures there are, especially down in the murky depths of the oceans. There's some spooky stuff down there.
There's that
Yeah.
one squid that they recently found deep. They caught it on I want to say an oil rig
Yeah.
camera, like deep.
Okay.
And they didn't even know what it was, but it happened to be, it was a very specific kind of squid. One of the larger, I mean, we've all heard of the giant squid, but this one was a little different and
Like
bigger than we've expected. I
What were
had
the
Predator
dimensions?
alien vibes from it.
What were the dimensions?
With tentacles, now I have not fact checked this, but with the tentacles, I want to say 10, 12 feet. But it was the way that, and I know that there are giant squids that are bigger than that. It was the way this one was shaped. It really reminded me of, I don't want to keep referencing this movie, but Independence Day.
What the?
With
Really?
just the weird shape of the alien. Like it didn't look like something earthbound originally.
Wow. Right.
You know, and I gotta catch Rocky up. We were talking the other night about octopuses.
Yeah.
And
you know, they're like the
and
most.
how
They're like the second smartest creature in the world. The octopuses are.
they are, and the DNA is further away than anything else on the planet. Like most of the DNA from every living thing on the earth is very, very similar. We're off by
100%, yeah.
percentages, just barely. But the octopus is off by like, they have something like, and don't quote me on this, but it's like 60% similar DNA, where everything else is 90 and up.
Yeah.
Right? And they are one of the most intelligent creatures on the face of the planet. Now, today I was flipping through my things and I came across they found a fossilized octopus. And we're talking hundreds of millions of years ago.
Wow.
So they've been here a while. And you can't tell me, like, we talk a lot about shapeshifters on here. Octopi, cuttlefish, they're shapeshifters. And we're like looking to the heavens for them, and they're already here. You can keep them in your aquarium.
We say look to heavens, but I really feel like heavens is actually located in the quantum level. Like, you know, that's where I believe heaven's located. We go back to the quantum level. We spawn from the quantum level, because when you think about it, when a baby is born, we don't start from something big and come back down to small. We always start from the smallest little thing and then build upon that until we become us. Or anything, even planets are built like that too. It always starts from the smallest types of molecules to bigger, which it only makes sense that we go back to something like the quantum level when we pass on. On a side note,
that's my belief too. I think that everything is very quantum entangled, and everything kind of comes down to just energy, right? And the end of it.
Yeah,
Energies and frequencies.
The only reason why any of us are here, or anything on this planet is living, is because the Earth found a way to like take the energy from the sun and multiply that energy, and we have that excess amount of energy, and that energy has to go to somewhere, into something. And it happened to make life on this planet. One of the reasons why life is on this planet is because of the excess energy that the Earth has made. But the other part is that other like planets haven't been able to replicate that type of energy manufacturing that the Earth has done through its iron core and being able to spin and manipulate the magnetic field that, you know, was produced by the sun's light hitting us. It was able to magnify or like intensify that energy level, and that's the reason why I think everything's here.
You know, one of the other things too, like our solar system is an anomaly, right? Most star systems are at least binary. The fact that we only have one sun is kind of weird.
It is kind of weird. And it actually is on the, that's, if we had more than one sun though, it would be hard to have life sustained, because it'd be so erratic. It would be, the weather would be erratic. Everything would be so tumultuous, because you'd have two suns and you'd have two types of weather all the time, right? Basically is what would happen, I'm assuming.
Plus all your other planetary
Yes and no. Yes and no. Sorry, D.
No, I was just going to say, plus all the other planetary bodies in the solar system. So it's like, how I think having two suns would totally, completely affect the way everything works. How far out though in the solar system do you think you'd have to go then, Rocky, before you'd be able to actually have life exist with two bodies like that?
Well, I think you'd have to figure out where they, like the Venn diagram, you'd kind of have to figure out where they came together and like inside of that, where they came together, but like there'd be a Goldilocks zone probably inside of that. I'm not an expert, but I'm guessing that's that's my guess on it.
Okay.
Kind of like with one sun,
there's so more.
Go ahead.
There's so much more common than singular star systems.
Does anybody remember how
in the universe? I think it actually probably works better. I don't remember.
Does anybody remember how many feet
with binaries
of elevation?
How much height was lost? I don't remember.
Because St. Helens was a pretty good sized mountain, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it still sort of is. I mean, I believe it did lose some height, but it lost a lot of. It got skinny, right? Because it blew out the side.
Right.
Yeah. Those images were so.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The main thing I remember about that is scraping up a bunch of ash out of my yard and putting it in a jar, and for keeps. I wish I still had that.
Where were you the day of?
Where was I?
Yeah.
Shelton. Growing up in Shelton. Yeah.
Really? And you guys got a significant amount of dust though, ash.
Yeah, we got quite a bit in the yard. I remember. I got enough to put in a mason jar. Yeah.
Wow. Because I don't think
I was in Tenino.
And I don't think we got that much here.
I was in Tenino. I was only 2, so I don't actually remember this.
Right.
There are pictures somewhere in the house of me standing in our front yard in Tenino, and we had about 2 inches.
2 inches. I mean, that's significant, but that's not.
It's not very much, but that was the thing. It went up into the atmosphere and made it all the way, I believe, across the Atlantic. I would have to fact check that too.
The Atlantic or the Pacific?
Oh, and everybody, let's we're gonna throw this in here real quick. Anything that we talk about on this show is for entertainment purposes only.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know about anybody else, but I can only see you from like your glasses up.
Yeah. There you go. That's
okay.
That's better.
Okay, because I'm seeing it different than you guys are seeing it. I apologize.
Okay, so,
You're fine.
there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
I just can't move.
Yep. Okay. Kiki Celeste, you were gonna say something a minute ago, and I'm totally interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say that I've heard that the broader concern with Mount Rainier may actually be the lahar caused by the eruption, if there is one. We used to have a close relative that lived right there by the Gifford Pinchot National Forest entrance. So they were right in the path of the lahar, and I remember that we were on an evacuation network and all of that stuff. They were very, very concerned about that being an outcome and a massively destructive one of any potential eruption that may happen there.
And when you stop and think about the path of devastation leading down from the mountain and what cities and towns that takes out.
It's the whole valley. Puyallup. I mean, everything from there to the coast is gone.
Yeah.
And the thing is that until it happens, we will never know exactly what the devastation will be. But just the fact that it's even part of a person's conversation today, and the reality with that amount of earth, the earth doesn't get quiet again after something like that happens. What it's doing, it's waking up and it's saying, hey, I'm here and I'm ready to
We've got the cluster up here.
But
the 4 mountains, right?
Right. But we're talking seriously, at least one of the largest mountains in the United States, maybe not in the world, but living here though, don't you guys feel this too? When you're driving anywhere in the state, whether it's from the east side or the west side, but when you're driving anywhere in the state, the way that Mount Rainier sits, where it sits in your view, that whole landscape, does that not just bring to mind, to me, it brings to mind something almost prehistoric sometimes, but also just the visuals that creates. It's like, and it reminds you not only how massive that thing is, but how small we are, in the sense that it's like,
when that thing decides to like get sick and throw up, it's going to take it's going to take a lot of lives and properties with it, no matter which direction it goes. You know.
Yeah, I don't want to find out.
Well, then you have. I don't know where you're going to move that there isn't some kind of natural disaster happening.
Yeah, you can't avoid everything. No matter where you go, something will happen.
Well, actually, no, you can. Well, no, maybe not in this sense. No, I was going to say you can go underground.
Yeah, I suppose.
You can flood underground, buddy.
But no,
I gotta get started on.
Yeah.
Gabriel, go ahead. I'm sorry. What was that?
Two things. When I said if you live underground, an earthquake could easily cause the whole thing to cave in. And the other thing is, I'm currently living in Olympia, and you can see Mount Rainier from a lot of places in the city. Like, it's a huge landmark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it wasn't like an hour and a half away from Olympia, you would think that it was right there because it's that big sometimes. One of my favorite views is coming off of the west side out of Shelton as you're like going, but just before you start to go down around the corner leading to the I-5 interchange. That's an amazing shot. During the summertime, it's absolutely beautiful. But anytime that mountain is out, though, we're reminded of just how massive it is.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine.
If you get just the tiniest bit closer to, Yelm.
Oh.
It's like exponentially bigger, right? It's so big, it looks fake. It looks like somebody painted it against the sky. It's weird. It's weird. It's beautiful. It's beautiful and dangerous.
Well, and kind of in lines with the subject of the show or the theme of the show, it's also one of the most paranormal hotspots that there is anywhere on the West Coast, if not the country. There's so much strange phenomenon and anomalies and just occurrences that happen in and around Mount Rainier. It's unbelievable.
I would love to see a map of the ley lines there.
What's that?
I would love to see a map of the ley lines around there.
Oh, and yeah.
I can look that up.
Well, there you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, no doubt. Well, Kenneth Arnold, 1947, was actually the first real reported UFO sighting in U.S. history, and that was when he was a airline